done the warm eye tutorial. I'm gonna do the cool eye tutorial. I'm just gonna follow the same procedure as I did with the brown eye, working with like a base, darker on the outside, and working my way into a lighter. I'm going to show you what I'm using. So I think probably the most important element in making sure that this is all going to go well is this trifold table makeup mirror I'm using from Densert. I just got that on Amazon, and it's a nice little mirror. Takes batteries, has a USB plug-in. Trifold has a nice little, and it has the lights built in. Perfect. So that's going to be on, and it is adjustable, so you can look at it at any angle, reduce how much you're slouching. First things first, make sure your face is washed. Now, I washed my face before. I used the CeraVe brand, the normal to oily skin tech cleanser. I'm using Thayer's facial toner with witch hazel to follow that, and then the CeraVe brand moisturizer. Okay, so my face is nice and clean and ready for some makeup. We're going to start with our eyes, always, because any product that lands on your cheeks can be wiped away by foundation and concealer after. I'm using the Sabella brand, which I believe is from Melaleuca and can be ordered through their website. I would have to check. It was gifted to me by my mother-in-law. It has a line of warm tones and cool tones, and this was the same one I used for the warm eye tutorial. So for this one, I'm going to use the lower line, those cooler tones. Now, cool tones are definitely going to look a little darker, so be prepared for that. And I am using the e.l.f. Smokey Eye Kit. Now, e.l.f. is a brand my stepdaughter recommended, and they're not very expensive, so definitely check those out if you're looking for a more budget-friendly brand. It comes with 5 brushes in the Smokey Eye Kit. It didn't cost all that much. Nathalie doesn't include eyes, like eyeliner and lashes, because she doesn't need them, but I do. So I'm going to use a Physicians Formula black eyeliner to smudge, and I'm going to use Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and then I am going to apply a magnetic lash from Kiss. It comes with magnetic eyeliner and these awesome lashes that just magnetize to the eyeliner. They're pretty slick. I've used them lots.
We've done the one eye that's more of that warmer tone. I'm gonna go in and do more of like a cooler tone one, just so we can kind of see that difference. So I want to take a little flat brush like this, and I'm gonna go in with this one right here, and I'm just gonna kind of press that all over my lid, a little bit of tapping, like pressing, sweeping motions, just to give myself a bit of face to work with. So you're gonna see it just works a little bit nicely that way. I don't want to use it. So now I'm gonna go in with this guy, and I want to kind of go in with this brown right here. So I'm gonna start with my small or my medium fluffy brush, wipe any of that excess off. I'm basically doing the exact same thing I did on this side, but for this one. So kind of tap it in to where I need to, brush around it if I have to. Keep in mind with those cooler tone ones, you might have to do it a little bit more. I find they don't have as much pigment depending on the palettes and what you have. Like once I kind of create that shape throughout there, I like to bring it in just a little bit right in the corner of my eye. So then once I have done that, like it's not as pigmented as the other one was, which is totally okay. I want to bring it up a little bit more, just right here. And like when it comes to doing like eyeshadows, I feel like a little bit is easier to work into the eye than too much. It gets kind of hard to take that away. I'm gonna go back in. Oh, sorry, I'm actually gonna take my kind of more flat one and just blend that out. I'll take my little one again. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker brown. Still keeping it pretty cool. And just going over my lash line. So this one's gonna feel like a little bit darker because cool tones do tend to feel a bit darker. That flat brush, just to blend that in. I'm actually gonna take my dark brown that I just kind of put on my lash line, tap any of that excess off, And just bring it up just a little bit higher. My flat brush again, just to really blend it out. Small circles, like sweeping motions. I'm gonna go in with that first color I kind of coated my eye with and just press that in. Sweep it if I need to. Again, similar to how I blended my shimmer, those little zigzags. And there. So now you have more of like a matte, cooler toned one. Again, I'm actually just going to blend that out a little bit. And then once I kind of clean it up, you're gonna see. So you can kind of see a bit of difference. This has more warmth, more shimmer. You could, like I said, absolutely put a shimmer on this side. Just for tutorial, I'm not going to. So you can kind of see that matte tone.
I am going to use the eyeshadow brush C to apply my base color. And I think, wipe your excess off on your wrist. You can wipe it away later. I think I'm going to use this light gray. That's a lighter gray. Okay, tap, 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 tap. Tap your excess off. Then sweep over the entire lid up into the crease and just a little higher up onto the bone. Always start with minimal product because you can always add to it later. It's easier to add product than it is to take it away. Sweeping and circular motions. See, it's already a little dark, so I'm not going to add too much to the base because we're going to be laying over top. Next thing I'm going to do is choose another color to kind of do a little lower. I'm going to take this fluffy eye blender from the kit and I'm going to choose this gray right beside it. Now it's not necessarily lighter, but it doesn't shine as much as the one I used for my base layer. Tap the excess off, put it into the crease, and I'm not going to drag it across the entire lid. I'm going to drag it into the crease and kind of create that C shape there, which we're also going to add a darker color to. So I'm not covering the entirety of my base, I'm just trying to keep this color in the crease. There, now you see that it's created some definition in the crease of my eye. This blender, I'm going to take a nice light color, this white here, and I'm going to blend those together. So dab, 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 tap the excess off, and then circular motions to blend it all together. Drag it across the lash line a little bit. I'm going to avoid having it look too chunky or blended, so definitely make sure you're happy with your blend. Next thing I'm going to do is add the darker color to the corner. Now, I'm going to use this almost black color here. And I'm going to take it easy because it gets really dark really fast. Tap, excess off. Press into the eyelid. Just on that outside corner. You can see that dark there. I'm going to add a little more because I know when I blend, some of it's going to get lost. And as always, with boudoir makeup, with any photography makeup, you want your makeup to be obvious. Alright, so there we go. We got our dark on. Now we're going to blend. I'm going to take the fluffy eye blender brush, use that white color again, And gently blend that in. Just gently. I don't want to lose a lot of it. Just don't want it to look chunky. You can drag some of that dark across the eyelid. No, I think that looks beautiful. So now I'm going to try and create a little bit of definition on the lid with a highlight. And I'm going to do that with this lighter sparkle color. And I'm going to use the eyebrow brush C for that. Now be careful because this brush holds a lot of product. You're going to do similar to what you did with the outside corner darkness. Tap off your excess and just press it into the eye. You can sweep it a little bit, but mostly pressing. Next thing I'm going to do is try to blend those two things together, and I'm going to do that with a little bit of the white and the small precision brush. And all I'm going to do is just zigzag across the line where those two colors meet. Now to make it all blend together a little bit more, the blender brush out of the elf kit. And I'm going to take a little bit of that white and just circular motions just to gently blend it all together. Alright, and the last thing Natalie does is add a highlight to the corner of the eye and to the underside. I'm going to do that with the white again, right in the corner. Just going to tap it in there. A little bit, that's probably a little too much. And across the lower lash. Again, don't worry about product on your cheek. Your concealer and your foundation are going to cover it. There we go. We're all done with the eyeshadow. I think it looks really nice. We're going to finish the eye with mascara and eyeliner and lashes. I'm going to use this Physicians Formula Black, and I'm going to put it into the lash line and use the e.l.f. small angled brush to kind of try and make it a little softer than a hard line and to work it down into my lash. There we go. Now I'm using the black eyeliner because the magnetic liner does not smudge and I don't want a hard line. Smooth it down. So, the Kiss Magnetic Liner. Now this is a liquid eyeliner, so when you put it on, try and keep your eye closed as much as possible until it dries, because if you open your eye and the liner touches your makeup, you're gonna have to fix your makeup. And nobody's got time for that, right? Nobody's got time for that. So, and be very careful and precise. It's got this teeny tiny little small precision brush. It makes it easier. Obviously, the reason magnetic lashes work is because there is iron oxide in the liner. So it's important that you put enough on that the magnets are going to adhere to it. So we've got the eyeliner on. Once the lashes are on, it won't look quite so stark. We're gonna let that dry for just a minute. While it's drying, let's have a quick look at this. Now look at that. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus on it. But this lash has a bunch of little magnets at intervals along it, and that's what works. It's gonna adhere to the iron oxide in the eyeliner. And it's as easy as, once the liner is dry, just sticking it on. Before I put that on though, I'm going to add a little bit of mascara to my natural lashes just so they blend in a little bit more with the lash. And we will use an eyelash curler as well to try and press them together. let's just put that mascara on. Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. Onto the base, roll it up to the ends. And a little bit on the lower lashes. Okay, so the eyeliner is dry. I'm gonna let the mascara dry a moment, and then I'm gonna put the lashes on. Okay. Alright, let's put our lashes on. Now, the great thing about magnetic lashes is that if you didn't place it right, it's easy to just remove them and place them again. You see the difference that lash made already to how much my eye pops. So I definitely recommend putting lashes on. Now you are going to feel them, you're going to see them, and you're going to feel them. But the difference, look. I think I'm just going to adjust this one out just a little more. Now I'm going to use the eyelash curler to get them together. You can get this at any drugstore. Try to get as close to the base as possible. Press them together for a second. Now, if your lashes aren't sticking properly, you may just need to add more eyeliner. And if your eyelash curler isn't helping, use your fingers. See the difference that makes? Let's put the other one on. See? Beautiful.